He's Coach Smook. I'm Kyle Henderson, both of Bama Football on YouTube. Run the thumbs up on all these videos. Coming to you from Westgate Luxury Condos. Honestly, there's no better place to stay in Tuscaloosa than Westgate Luxury Condos when you're coming into Tuscaloosa. But you can come down here during Parents Weekend. Think about staying at Westgate Luxury Condos. Incredible facilities. Coach, when we dive right into it, we heard Kalen DeBoer on Monday. Today is Tuesday. They will practice on Wednesday. What are you looking forward to seeing on Wednesday?
On Wednesday, and again, I'm happy to be here, man. Wednesday, I expect us to just be like amped up again, man. Just the energy that you felt from Kalen DeBoer, the media, you see how the energy picked up as he began to speak and go on about his presser. One thing that I'm excited to see with the players, we do get to view them live, right? We get to see early parts of practice. I'm ready to see the intensity that everybody, that he's been bragging about. I'm ready to see that on the field.
Yeah, me too. And I can't wait to get a look at these quarterbacks. Honestly, we've been talking a lot about Jalen Milroe, and rightfully so. And he came out and said that somebody had to take the first team reps. Right. I don't know how much we'll get to see in terms of them using any communication with the earpiece or whatever, but I thought that that was a really significant piece. And you know who said that was Coach Saban, right? The coach, the college football commissioner. So you have a really quality quarterback room. So we're going to keep our eyes on the quarterbacks. But when I was asking the undefeated, inside the comment box, which position, if you could go out there for 15, 20 minutes to watch, which position would you want? It came down to the offensive line and the secondary. So let's start there in terms of what we are looking for. Let's start with the offensive line. In terms of the tackles, because it seems like we know the interior. I mean, you got Parker Brailsford, you got your guards, what we think is going to be Tyler Booker and Jaden Roberts, right? But what is it going to be from the tackle perspective?
I think there's going to be some quality competition there. There will be some veteran guys in Elijah Pritchett and Naquil Bertrand. I think they'll get their opportunity to be the leaders. But you have two young guys, or well, now sophomores, in Wilkin Formby and Miles McVay. I think they have just as much opportunity to compete for those starting spots and really be an intricate part of the offense. And we know traditionally, Kalen DeBoer doesn't mind rotating 6 or 7 guys on the offensive line. So. It might go into the season because those are some quality guys.
I think in the secondary, I mean, there's so many young guys that are going to get to contribute. But let's not forget about the vets that are here. Malachi Moore, you have Devontae Smith. There's some guys that have certainly seen the field a little bit, like a Tony Mitchell maybe. But and then you have these younger guys. And guys who have not been here but have seen playing time other places, like Damani Jackson, Keon Sabb, from the younger guys. Who are you looking forward to seeing?
Man, I mean, whoever they throw out there, honestly, I would love to see Mincy and Brown, Xavier Brown. Those two, I feel like they're the ones that are college ready. A lot of people are speculating that Mincy might get moved to safety because Jaleel Hurley is really showing out. A lot of people aren't talking about Jaleel Hurley, and I think he is poised to be a leader for those young cornerbacks. Also with Damani Jackson on the other side, Jalen Mbakwe, don't see him playing a lot of defensive reps early this year, but a lot of special teams, a lot of, growing that he's going to have to do. He hasn't played defense in 2 years, really. So going to be interested to see his development as this spring continues to grow.
Do you think that either Keon Sabb or Damani Jackson is close to their ceiling?
Neither. I honestly don't believe. Sabb really didn't get a lot of playing time last year. He played some good minutes last year, but he has a lot of tread on the tire, very highly touted, grades out high. Same thing with Damani Jackson. Struggled a lot last year. The whole defense of USC struggled. Let's not act like it was just him, but I'm ready to see those guys develop under the likes of Colin Hitchler and Mo Lindquist, two very well known and up and coming defensive back coaches, and they are able to specialize on safeties and one for cornerbacks. And that's like the perfect potion when you're talking about developing a new defense.
Let's move to wide receivers. I mean, because when you're talking about a loaded arsenal of weapons, I mean, and like, let's just talk about the guys that are currently here. Not even dip to the guys who are going to be here. Ryan Williams is one of those guys. But just from watching the wide receivers, I mean, the guys that are currently here, I mean, Kendrick Law, Kobe Prentice, I mean, guys who are going to eat, Emmanuel Henderson. And those guys, like Kobe Prentice certainly has eaten, right? But these other guys really haven't had their opportunity. Then you bring in a guy like Jeremy Bernard. It looks like Caleb Odom is now switching to wide receiver. So which wide receivers are, I mean, come on, man. Like, can you imagine being Jamarcus Shepard and coming in and being like, okay, This is my wide receiver room.
So I'm very high on those first two names,
Yeah.
Kendrick Law, Emmanuel Henderson. I think they'll be a perfect tandem to
Yeah.
feed off of each other. Kobe Prentice is probably my favorite out of the group.
Yeah.
Not even, it's not because he's explosive. I just love his attitude and his demeanor. Jalen Hill, I'm very excited about. You know, a lot of people have been quiet about him ever since his touchdown against Ole Miss. So, and just imagine like a growing and developing Jalen Milroe with the options. Caleb Odom, Jalen Hill, Rico Scott at the rotation at X. Slide over to the slot. You got Emmanuel Henderson, Kendrick Law, Bubba Hampton. We might see Ryan Williams over there. You go to the Z, you got Jeremy Bernard and Kobe Prentice, and I mean, you just got talent everywhere, man. And it's one of the most exciting groups I think coming into the season that people are ready to see.
Here with Coach Smook. My name is Kyle Henderson, coming to you again from Westgate Luxury Condos here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I'm serious, like this is the standard here at Westgate, so we appreciate them letting us come up top to shoot this video. Other areas that you don't necessarily talk a lot about, but it's a key component, is the special teams. So Will Reichert is out, as you know. Connor Talty, imagine taking over for Will Reichert. That's like taking over for Coach Saban. Connor Talty, saw him spot play, but why does the world of college football sometimes sleep on like special teams? Like James Burnap coming back, such an added weapon for him. How many times did he flip the field last year?
I mean, big game. I mean, every big game, every close game that we won by one score, or you know, it was because of his ability to change the field position for us. You saw our offense struggle at times. You saw the defense kind of, you know, get winded because of how many snaps they were playing. So having a good punter or specialist in general, long snappers, you know, we just signed a preferred walk-on long snapper, and I was watching his film, and it was like, okay, this dude is really a talented long snapper. I've never thought I would say that, you know. So just getting into the in-depthness of the specialty guys is big, but not just the kickers, man. You got a bunch of crazy athletic guys that might be returning the ball too.
So yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. So, and I want to hear from you, Undefeated, inside the comment box. If you could pick your kick returner and your punt returner, who would it be? We want to hear from you. But Coach, I'm gonna go to you. All right, out of the guys that are currently here, we show up tomorrow and they're like, Coach Smook, we need you to pick the kick returner and the punt returner. That's it. Who are you going with?
All right, kick return. One up is Kendrick Law. I want him back there. And then right next to him, I want Jeremy Bernard. You know, I want those two as kick returners.
Oh, so you're going with the double?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, you got your two back.
Yeah. Okay.
For punt return, though, people might think I'm crazy for saying this, but I would like to see the likes of possibly Jalen Mbakwe, and these guys are here on campus, right?
Okay.
I would like to see possibly Mincy. Go watch their film, man.
Okay.
I mean, young guys. If you're going to give some guys on the secondary opportunity to stay on the field and be punt returners, like traditionally what you do, I would like to see those guys, because no older guys are punt returners. So if you're going to use a DB, use one of them young guys, man.
And you know what's crazy about the punt returner position is sometimes like the younger guys are more deadly. Because they're just balling out.
Yeah.
Like example would be like last year, you had a freshman who just returned a punt, first punt, takes it to the house. That's what they do.
Right.
So okay, I was curious. So we appreciate you guys rocking with us all spring long, and what you can expect on Wednesday is a ton of coverage right here on Bama Football on YouTube. So run the thumbs up on these videos. You got practice footage coming your way. We got some interviews, and our goal is to bring you content that is of high value. And we're going to put all that we have into our videos right here on Bama Football on YouTube, and we are going to promise to stay authentic, honestly. Like, this is Coach Smook, this is myself, both here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. So we really appreciate you guys getting behind us, supporting the product, running the thumbs up. And you know, we sincerely love what we do. We're here, and we can't wait to talk Alabama football with you. So when you join the lives, like, we appreciate it. You run the thumbs up on all those videos. But coming to you from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama, one more time, Coach Smook, Kyle Henderson. And again, thank you very much to Westgate Luxury Condos for letting us roll through this video right here in T-Town. And we'll catch you next video.
Roll Tide.